It's like Hillary Clinton. I mean, she's obviously psychopathic. But I mean, it's not. Where does that get you? I mean, so you're miserable and you hate everyone, and most likely you hate yourself. I mean, if I was Bill Clinton or if I was her looking in the mirror, I would hate myself. I mean, she's disgusting. But so I mean, what do you gain from that? It's like Jesus said, right? Like what's that quote from the Bible of, you know, if you gain the whole world and lose your soul, like what was the point? It was useless.
People ask this question, how do they sleep at night? Well, it's because they don't have a conscience, sweetheart.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, when you go to sleep, do you toss and turn and think about a whole bunch of stuff? Maybe the stuff that's pissing you off, maybe the stuff that's depressing you before you go to sleep or something like that? Or is it lights out the second your head hits the pillow? All right? You ever slept with somebody and you thought that something was off because they were asleep the second the head hits the pillow? And then maybe... All right? It's that kind of thing. When you don't have a conscience to keep you up or awake at night, you'll be surprised what you can do, right? They're living the dream. So to speak.
Yeah, it makes me think of a lot of David Lynch movies. I've done several analyses of his films, and he often deals with, you mentioned living the dream. I mean, his theme is surrealism, which is psychopathic characters oftentimes are literally thinking that they live in a dream state. So for them, there's the seamless blend between the waking and the dream state. And if you look into something like the Black Dahlia Avenger case, that was all based on the surrealistic art of Man Ray, who would do these artworks that were all about like human dismemberment and ritual sacrifice and so forth. And there's something absolutely metaphysically deep about what you're saying about this waking state, dream state for the psychopath. And if you do some research, as I'm sure you've done about psychopaths, you'll see that many of them talk that way. In fact, George Hodel, one of the top suspects in the Black Dahlia Avenger case, literally said, I believe that I had no distinction between my waking and dream state. And so because I thought I lived in a dream state, like, it doesn't matter what I could do. I could chop up bitches all day long because it's just a dream, and life is a dream, right? And so, you know, you start to see that kind of stuff, and you see that even put into film. I think David Lynch is a really good director and really good at showing that in a weird, very bizarre atmosphere that he creates in his films. You can actually get an insight into psychopathy, and if you watch a movie like Lost Highway or Mulholland Drive, the dissociative states and how psychopaths can even have that experience as well. So kind of tying into that archon demonic sort of thing in the background that you were, the shade side that you're talking about.
The one characteristic that I found was the most interesting about psychopathic characteristics is they have the ability to project a false reality to the people that are in their presence. Right? Like they've actually got a projected hologram, like you think differently than what you're actually seeing in real time. And I was like, fuck. That's scary, right? I mean, think about all the stories of like dragon slayers. Do you think those dragon slayers weren't scared shitless when they were going up against this giant beast that could breathe fire and had claws the size of his arm? Of course they were scared, but they're really frightened of what would happen if they just let the dragon eat all the villagers and all the sheep, and what would happen to the earth when it got burned and scorched into dust. And sometimes you have to brave a lot of risk and sacrifice a lot for others who might not even know your name or appreciate you or ever remember you. All right? That's the kind of commitment that this movement really needs to have to the truth, especially the truth about ourselves. Jay, thank you very much. Jay's analysis is his very fantastic website, jaysanalysis.com. I believe that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
It is. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening in, and we'll see you again sometime at the Vinnie Eastwood Show.com.